California, we need to talk. Now, I know that's a loaded statement, but if you clicked on this video, then chances are you have been thinking about leaving. Maybe it's the cost of living. Maybe it's the traffic. I don't know, maybe you just want to go one full year without watching your home insurance rates skyrocket. Maybe it's even deeper than that. Maybe you've lost your home, your neighborhood, or just that sense of stability after the wildfires. And if that's you, then my heart goes out to you. I mean, nobody should have to experience that kind of devastation. And before we go any further, let's just be really clear. This is not about taking advantage of a tough situation. This video was already planned long before the fire started. In fact, if you've spent more than 5 minutes in Lake Havasu, then you get it. You already know that probably out of about 10 people that you meet, I would say 6 or 7 of them are going to be from California. So this is relevant. And that's why today we are going to break down exactly what life in Lake Havasu City is like compared to California. We will cover things like cost of living, because your money should go further. Housing options, because you deserve to love where you live. Lifestyle, because moving isn't just about saving money, it's about living better. And then lastly, we will talk about a couple of things that might make you think twice about moving here. And by the end of this video, you will know if Lake Havasu City is the right move for you. Okay, before we jump in, make sure to subscribe, hit that little bell so that you never miss a video about life in Lake Havasu. I'm Christina with the Horton team at Realty One Group Mountain Desert, and every day I get calls from people just like you, thinking about making the move to Lake Havasu. So whether you're planning to move in 9 days, 9 months, let's chat. My contact info is below, and I would be happy to help you make a smooth move to Lake Havasu City. All right, ready? Let's dive in. All right, let's start with the first thing that everybody wants to know, aside from where can I find a public restroom, that is. The first thing is, how much is this going to cost me? Because let's be honest, living in California is like being in a toxic relationship. You love the views, you love the vibe, but gas, over $5 a gallon. Groceries, I mean, $10 or so for a loaf of bread and your soul. And rent, let's not even talk about it. So here's the deal. If you move to Lake Havasu City, your money is going to go further, probably about 20 to 40% further. Let me break it down for you. Housing, a fraction of what you pay in California. Groceries, cheaper. Gas, lower. State income tax. Arizona has a flat 2.5% state income tax. Yeah, you heard that right. Arizona only takes 2.5%, compared to California, where you could pay as high as 12.3%. I mean, that means more of your hard-earned money stays with you for travel, for savings, or maybe just that dream boat that you have been eyeballing. Okay, so speaking of boats, let's talk about housing, because let's be honest, you're going to need a place to store it. And this is where it gets really interesting. So I talk to people every single week who are selling their homes in California, whether it's in Los Angeles, Orange County, or even the Bay Area. And when they see what they can get right here in Lake Havasu for half the price, it's like a light bulb goes off. So imagine this. You sell your California home for $1 million. And instead of downsizing, you get a home with a lake view, an oversized garage for all of your toys, and then you have cash left over. Or maybe you're renting right now. You're paying $3,000 a month for this tiny little apartment. Here, that kind of money could get you a mortgage on a home that you actually own. That's not just moving, that's upgrading your life.
So I am here today with Zach and Shannon, and I've known you guys about a little over a year now. And you guys moved here from California. Yep. So what brought you to Havasu?
My dancing career.
You are a good dancer, I've seen it.
Yes.
What else brought you? What else brought you to Havasu?
I took a job as a head pastor at local church.
Okay, so you moved here for a job.
Professional career.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what would you say is the biggest difference between living in Lake Havasu and California?
I would say the weather is very different. Also, the greenery.
The lack of greenery.
Yes, it's definitely more of a desert setting, which we did grow up in growing up in Nevada. So it's kind of an adjustment, but overall not bad.
Yeah, it's definitely different living in the desert. You have to, it does grow on you. You get used to it. Have you guys faced any challenges since you've moved?
Figuring out when to do activities is the challenge. We were used to being able to do activities any day, any time. And you have to do things around people.
Well, that's true. Yeah, and the schedule, like when things are actually open, right?
Yes. Yes.
But there are a lot of events and different things that go on throughout the year that are part of it.
Especially our service on Sunday morning at 10:30.
So let me ask you this: how has your cost of living changed compared to?
Property taxes are cheaper. Way
Drastic.
This is your first year paying property taxes, right?
Yes.
Because you had a really good realtor that sold you.
Amazing
Really good
realtors right here.
The wife's better than the
Obvious.
husband.
That's why Zach's so good.
Property taxes are way
Oh,
cheaper.
we don't have Melrose tax either.
We don't have, well, currently where we are, we don't have HOA, we don't have Melrose. Property taxes went from over 600 or 6,000 a year to like 1,100 a year.
You save a ton on landscaping.
Yes.
And watering.
And
yeah,
watering.
all that, yeah.
Rocks are the way to go.
You can do a lot with a rock. Yeah.
What about gas?
What's that?
What about gas prices?
Oh, they were kind of comparative.
No, gas prices are definitely cheaper. When we first moved here, I want to say it was like $2.99. Now we're in the low threes. When we left California, I would say it was almost $7 a gallon.
Yes.
What surprised you the most since you guys have moved?
I would say the people. There are people from all over the place, so it's like a mosh different just personalities and characters. And but I would say I haven't ran into people that are really rude or disrespectful. I feel overall the town is very close knit and friendly.
It's weird because it's two different towns in different times of the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
In the wintertime, it's like a sleepy town. In the summertime, it's a bustling kind of party town. So it's like two different cities wrapped in one, which is nice. Yeah.
But overall, the people have been very nice and welcoming and accepting of anyone and everyone.
What do you guys like to do when you're here?
Oh my gosh.
When we have friends with boats and they invite us on boats.
If we had friends that invite us on the boat, we would go.
Yeah, we like to do that.
I love to fish. Fishing's good.
How's the fishing here?
The fishing here is amazing. Probably some of the best fishing I've seen in the country. For sure. Bass fishing is great.
And this is the honest answer.
Honestly.
Okay.
There's big bass in this lake.
Yeah.
It's well stocked and you can fish from the shore, kayaks, boats. It's really cool.
Yeah. The lake is definitely the reason we moved.
I was going to say there's a lot of things to do, a lot of activities. There's parks and skate parks and a lot of good lake areas to take your kids to. I think it's overall a great place to live.
Oh, you can literally park your boat on a beach and camp for the night.
Yeah.
Which in California, everything's private property. You have to pay a ton to go camping or go to the park. From here, you can drive, pull up on the beach, and stay the night.
And the best part is there's no sharks to get your face.
Yeah, no sharks. No face-eating sharks.
No face-eating
They
sharks.
usually start with the face,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Sharks.
So that's a big plus. No face-eating sharks. Well, there are piranhas in our lake, I think.
Only in the
Need to know
movies.
that.
Only in the movies.
So now before you pack your bags, let's talk about what life actually feels like here. Because moving isn't just about saving money, it's about what life looks like once you get here. California has beaches, it's beautiful, it has entertainment, and it also has traffic, stress, and crowds. So here's what's different in Lake Havasu City. Traffic doesn't exist. The only time you'll sit in a jam is if you're stuck behind a boat trailer on a Saturday. Outdoor activities, they're endless. Boating, hiking, off-roading, you name it. Time to enjoy life every single day. And the best part, you don't have to fight millions of people to enjoy it. Here, you get that small town charm without sacrificing the fun. You can boat in the morning, hike in the afternoon, and then grab dinner with your friends without having to circle the parking lot trying to find a parking spot for like an hour. But in the spirit of full honesty, there are a couple of things that I do have to warn you about. So you probably thought that I was going to say, it's hot. And you're right. If you've ever opened your oven while it has been preheating and felt that wave of heat just hit your face, yeah, that's like July in Havasu. But before you start sweating, here's what people don't realize. We get over 300 days of sunshine a year. Winter's absolutely perfect. And summer, well, you adjust. Most homes have pools, businesses all have air conditioning, and then there's the lake. It's always here to cool you off. And let me tell you, if you've ever had to shovel snow, then you know you will never miss it again. But the other thing that I must warn you about is that Lake Havasu City is predominantly a red city politically and very patriotic. So any type of issues that people have or inconveniences that happen, you will undoubtedly hear somebody blaming it all on those stinking Californians moving here. So rising home prices. Must be the Californians. I lost my dog. I'm sure a Californian had something to do with it. Most of the town is very friendly and welcoming, but you will take some heat. Which is kind of ironic since half of the town at some point probably relocated here from California.
What do you guys miss the most about living in California?
The weather.
The weather.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
The
Weather.
Yeah.
The weather is.
There's not many places anywhere that can beat some of the California
Southern California
weather.
weather.
Yeah.
No.
The weather
Yeah.
was like 75 all year long, but the weather also comes with the sunshine tax and all the other fees that are
Sunshine
required.
tax? What is sunshine tax?
Living in California.
Yeah,
tax.
everything's overpriced. Literally, when we first moved to Southern California, we were like, "Oh, paying the sunshine tax." And had no idea what that meant.
You find out.
You make a lot of money, but you're always broke.
Yeah.
The cost of living is considerably cheaper.
Yeah, housing costs are significantly cheaper. We definitely could never afford to move back.
But we have a pool.
Prices. Oh,
We
have a
could never
pool.
afford a house with a pool in Southern California.
A community.
We did share a pool with 100 people at our last place.
I never
That's
made
always
it.
fun. You
It's
never
nice.
know what's floating in that. Yeah.
You get over it. You just keep your mouth closed and you're fine.
I heard that you have to do that in your pool.
You should in my pool. You should.
We went from living in what we could afford, which is a beautiful place. It's a 3-story brand new
With shared
townhouse, 4 other things attached to it. To now we finally own our own house, our own land. We have almost half an acre, quiet neighbors.
I never have
Wildlife
clothes on in the
everywhere.
house. I'm always just in my house.
I worked so hard to
And you have like a lake view.
Oh, we have a lake view everywhere in our house. From my pool, you can see the lake.
everywhere here
From our church, you can see
has
the
a
lake.
lake view.
Okay, so how much would a house like that cost in California?
There is no lake view in California.
There's no lake.
I'm not aware of any.
Well,
There's no Lake Havasu views?
No.
No.
The trees block the lake views for the most part. And
Yeah.
the lakes are
I
green.
would
This lake
say-
is clear and gorgeous.
in order to have an ocean view, you're looking at millions.
Yeah.
Before we left, probably almost 2 million. Now, probably 4 million.
Yeah, really. Yeah, and then going up from there. So, depending. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys taking a few minutes to talk with us.
I appreciate you interviewing the North Calvary campus pastor first.
And you can see Zach every Sunday. Where can we find you on the Sunday?
Oh,
Shannon?
at Lake Havasu Baptist Church. Sundays at 10:30.
Yeah, we give it 2 thumbs up.
So if you're considering making the move, whether it's for a fresh start, a breath of fresh air, or a better cost of living, or just a lifestyle upgrade, Lake Havasu City does have a lot to offer. And if you have questions, I've got answers. You want to know which neighborhood fits your lifestyle? Are you curious about jobs, schools, amenities? You need help finding the perfect home. That's what I do. So here's your next step. Hit that like button if this video helps you, and you're gonna reach out if you are serious about making the move. I'm Christina Horton, your Lake Havasu real estate expert, and I would love to help you call this place home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.